The studio is known for its long takes, so what does that mean for an editor? Well, in this video I will be looking at Eric Kissack's editing process, from working on set during takes to hiding cuts in the edit suite. Pacing. Normally when editing a film or TV show, you can dictate the pacing of a scene with how you cut. Here is the original scene.
Any thoughts?
Matt, you had some thoughts about this, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Matt, you have thoughts?
I have now edited it to demonstrate how you can change the pacing. I have sped up Maya's response, and I have used a reaction shot of Matt from a different part of the scene and reversed it, so he is looking from Maya to the table in a state of nervousness. Here is the scene now.
I mean, we like it, right? Any thoughts?
Matt, you had some thoughts about this, right?
Matt, you have thoughts?
These are just a few tricks you can use to change a scene's pacing, but with the show using long takes, Eric had to make these decisions on set.
I put myself in the brain space of being in the edit and being like, the scene is like fun, but like if we remove this one beat, or if we sped up this moment, or if we got Ike to say his line as he's going to the door so that we don't have as much shoe leather. You know, normally I would cut to a reaction shot to like speed up that walk, but I can't do that. So it was all these kind of things of like crunching the pace and the timing as they were shooting it, so that by the time we got to like take 15, 16, 17, the whole thing was just singing.
Improv and Comedy. Sometimes a joke may seem funny, but in the edit it doesn't land, or perhaps it just doesn't feel right with the surrounding scenes. But with the studio, these are some of the decisions Eric had to decide before even stepping foot in the edit suite.
We'd do the scene 3 or 4 times, and I would be marking up the script, and I would be like, is this word necessary? Is this joke necessary?
Here is him talking about improvised moments.
You know, a lot of what comedy editors do is combining their favorite improvs, or even just favorite performances. You know, let's say like Kathryn Hahn saying something different every time here. Kathryn O'Hara's doing something crazy every time here. I'm going to want to switch takes at this point and at this point and at this point in the scene. So I get together with Mark and I'm like, okay, Mark, after Kathryn says this line, I need you to pan over to Seth for a second so that if I need to, in that pan, I can switch takes.
Which leads me on to the next section. Hidden edits. Unlike in Adolescence, there are hidden cuts throughout the long shots. Whip pans provide an easy transition to cut between. So let's take a look at an example. This is the original version of the episode.
Jonestown.
Like the cult massacre?
Yes, exactly.
But let's say hypothetically you wanted to cut Matt's line saying, like the cult massacre. Well, with the whip pan it means you can. Here is me cutting that dialogue.
Jonestown.
Another way is when somebody crosses the frame. How this works is when the body completely covers the camera, it allows for the take to be switched. For example, one take, body covers the shot, and now we are on a different take. Being able to cut helps the editor get the best performance from the actors, and it also means that a stunt double can take the fall.
I'm sorry, Greta.
If I had to guess how this was done, I would say during the whip pan, they cut to the stunt double. And then during the pan up, there was a digital stitch of 2 different takes. Visible edits. There are cuts throughout the show that take us from one location to the next, but in episode 4, they use stylistic transitions like dissolves and wipes, a common transition found in film noirs, which works perfectly for this noir-style episode. Often an editor's work goes unnoticed, and even more so when it appears like one long take, but that doesn't mean there aren't any edits, it just means that Eric Kissack has done such a good job you don't even notice them.